Hello friend, welcome back. In our previous video, we successfully complete all that functionality for the blog. I hope you like it very much. Now in this video, I want to complete that our contact page. So if you go to that our Frontend theme, that is also another HTML page as a contact us.html. So now that will be our contact us page design. And here there is also one of the form. From to this area, user can able to send some of the messages to the admin. This type of the functionality I will load it. Let's do that work. For doing this, I want to go to that our first of all in our header part. Like if you go right now, better want to close everything. Okay, I want to close everything. And now if you go to that our home, that is in our Frontend related everything. So now that is our body and that is our header. And into this header area now I want to create another new route for the contact. Like that will be as a contact us. Okay, now this type of one of the new route I want to create. So we have to create it in our web.php, and here I want to now create on the new name route where I copy it and after that I paste it. Now that will be the name. I name it as a contact us. I copy it. Now that will be here as a contact us. That will be the name as a /contact. In our contact, that is Frontend controller. I want to create on the new method that will be as a contact us. Okay, now this type of one of the method I want to create. I want to create it in our Frontend controller. So into this Frontend controller here after that blog, I want to create another new function that will be the public, and then the function I name it as a contact us. Okay, so here first of all simply I want to return one of the view page. So that will be the return one of the view. I hope at that point it's very clear to you. In our home I will create another new folder as a contact. And into this area, I want to create another new file that will be as a contact, okay, contact underscore us. Now this type of one of the file I want to create. So let's do that work for doing this in our home folder. Into this home folder, now I want to create another new file. I just create the new file that will be not the file. I want to create on the new folder, right? So in our home folder, that will be another new folder I create as a contact, and into this contact folder I want to create one of the new file that will be as a contact us as a blade syntax as a blade.php. So now everything will be same here. If you go to any our pages like as about pages, I want to simply take it, I copy it our master as a home master, and that will be our and section, right? So now that is our and section. That means throughout this we can get that our header, footer, everything. Click as a save all. And now if you run it as a PHP Addison optimize, that is successfully running. If you now go here in our page, I want to refresh it. Click it as a contact. That is our contact is successfully loaded. So now if you go to that our template, and after that header and before this our footer, I want to take everything. And as you notice, there is the same component we have to include. There is also the same component which I have already make it as a dynamic in our Frontend. So I will simply call it. Okay, first of all I want to get everything as a contact us.html. I want to go to that our basic exercise file in our Frontend, and here that is our contact. I want to find out it. Like that is actually the page as a contact us.html. I want to open it with a sublink text editor. Same process now I will implement it. Like right now we don't need any menu. I want to minimize it. I don't need any header, and after that header I want to take everything. Before this our footer, first of all I want to actually minimize it. I minimize it, and that is actually our footer, which is fine. So now simply I want to take it before this footer, and after that header everything I copy it, and now I want to go back to that our contact us blade page, and in here I paste it. So first of all I want to make it as a locative. Like here first of all if you go to that our contact us page, that is one of the images. I want to use it as a Frontend asset Frontend. I copy it and I want to support this image. I simply cut it and here I want to paste it. And now if you click as a save all, and now if you go to that our page, that means here I want to refresh it. Now that should be loaded, that all the data perfectly loaded. Everything is loaded. There is the map is loaded, and that is actually our everything is loaded. So that is actually static one which I have already done it in our home page. Remember, into this, if you go to our home page, here I have already done this part that should be dynamic, and also questions I have already make it as a dynamic. That means now we can also able to load both of this component in our contact page. So better I want to make it dynamic. Here if you go to our last area, into the last area, that is actually one of the section, right? If you select this section is started, section is ended. I want to minimize it, and from here I want to remove it, and here I want to include our app. That will be include will be in our home, and then the layout, right? So there is a home layout, and that is actually our apps. Here I want to load it, and then they have some of the image. I want to also update this image with the asset Frontend. Here I simply update it, and now I want to simply cart it, and then here I paste it. Great. And then there is actually our questions. There is and FAQs. I have already make it as a dynamic, so right now we don't need it. I want to simply select it. If you minimize it, that is started, that is ended. Here I want to also remove it, and in particular that positions I want to include, that I have already created in our home, and then our home layout, and into this home layout, that is our answer. Remember? So now I also want to load this component. Now both of this is, I have already done it before. Now click as a save all. Now that should be display our dynamic data. If you now refresh it, yes, you can see that is successfully visible. You can also change it from to this position, and that is what is Laravel. Every data is totally dynamic, and that is also totally dynamic. You can also, if you want to change it, you can actually change it. Great. So here our contact us page is ready. It's now totally dynamic. Now that I have one of the form, in particular this form area, I want to actually insert this data. That means from here a user can send some of the messages. This message that should be stored into this database. So how you can do this work? We are to continue this process in our next video. I will show you that things with the live example. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Hello friend, welcome back. In our previous video, we successfully load our contact page, and now into this contact page, everything is dynamic. Now there is one of the form as a contact us form. Here I want to send some of the information. Now first doing this, I want to create another new database table, because that is our first name, email address, messages. This data we have to receive it in one of the database table. Okay, now I want to create another new database table. And if you want to create it now, I hope at that point everything is very clear to you. Right here I have done related things multiple times. I created another new one as a PHP artisan, and then the make, that will be as a model. I want to create another new model like as a contact. Okay, contact, and also at a time I want to create another migrations table. Both of this is successfully created, and now I want to go to our database migration. Okay, sorry, that will be as a migration, and in here I want to simply take some of the field, like I copy it, and now I want to go to our create, and there is a contact, and here I want to paste it. So right now that should be one of the field. Here if you go to our contact page, right now we don't need it. If you go to our contact page, that should be as a name, email, and message. I want to make it as a name, and that will be as an email, and another will be as a message. Okay, message, and message I want to make it as a text, and email I want to make it as a text string. Okay, so now that's all you have to do. Now there is actually 3 of this field. I make all that field as an enable, but that is actually required, so you can also remove it. Like here I want to make it as a name is a required. So that is actually our 3 of this field, which is fine. Now I want to go back to our model. Next process will be our model, and our model that should be as a protected guarded. So that is a contact model. I want to make it as a protected guarded, and that is the contact model. I want to also load it in our Frontend controller, because from to this position I will handle it. Rather than you can also create another new different controller as per your demand. But now I think that should be not an issue. So I want to load this our contact model in our Frontend controller, which is really great. Now I click as a save all. Now we have to create this migration. That means that will be as a PHP artisan migrate. And that is a new database table is successfully created as a contact. Here if you go to our database table, now that should be another one as a contact. You can see that is actually field name as a name, email, and message. Great. Now we have to insert this data. Simple process. Again I want to go to Right now we don't need it. I want to go to that our contact us page, and into this contact us page I want to find out this form. You can see that is also in our my template. One of the form is already ready made. So now into this form area, first of all I want to put one of the our method. So that will be the method will be obviously one of the post method, and here into these actions we have to create another new route. I name it as a route, and route name will be as a contact message, contact and dot message, this type of the name. And there is a name field. I want to put one of the field name in here. For this our input field, I name it as per our database field name as a name, and then another one will be type as email. Here also I want to put another name that will be as an email, and our type is the email type. And message, that is another text area name. I want to use it as per our database field name as a message. That's all, right? That is our three of this field, and that is our type as a button type. Here I want to change it. Type will be obviously as a submit type. Here I want to do and to make it as a submit. That is a submit type. Message will be sent. That's all. Now we have to create this route. Our route name, I define it as a contact message. That will be on the post method, and also obviously make that sure our CSRF token will be needed. So I want to do until I load this our CSRF. And now I want to create this one as a contact message in our web.php that will be accessible for all. I copy it and here I paste it. Now that should be the name as a contact message. I name it as a contact message. Now URL I make it as a contact, and then the message that will be one of the post method. I name it as a post method. And in our Frontend controller, I want to create the new message. That means new method as a contact message. Okay, message. Now this type of another method I want to create in our Frontend controller. Now if you go to that our Frontend controller, so this will be just like that same. I have already done the similar things multiple times, that insert the data, right? So you can actually get some of the references from our other controller. Like here, if you go to that our team, maybe they have some of the images. I want to go to that our feature okay, because into the features area I have actually done this type of the job. If you go to that our home controller, into this home controller, you can see that is actually the store feature, right? Into the store feature method, I want to simply copy it. And now I don't need this from to the home controller, and that is our store feature. I copy it, and now in our Frontend controller area here I want to paste it. So now I simply update the name as a contact message. Okay, I want to copy it, and here that will be as a contact message. There's a request will be our model name, a model which I have already imported loaded in our Frontend controller as a contact. Now I simply copy it. Now that will be as a contact, that will be create our database field name as a name, email and message. I want to name it as a name, and then the email, and another will be as a message. Okay, so now that is the our requested name. I name it, that will be our name, same name, and another one for the email I name it as an email, so that will be as an email. And descriptions I want to use another one that will be as a message. I want to use it as a requested message. So now that will be done, and also here it should be display as a your message sent successfully. I just put this type on the note as a your message sent successfully. Okay, that will be display as a success message, rather than that will be return direct to our back page. So here after that, here it should be return direct to the same page on our, that means that is in our contact page. Okay, so I simply pass it. Great. Now also if you want to show that our messages, toast message also should be displayed, because right now we are using that our Frontend theme, right? So into the Frontend theme here also you have to display this our toast message. So that is the reasons I want to do. I want to go to that our Frontend main file I have actually loaded from where, that is actually our home master, remember? So into this home master area here also I want to load that our toast message. That means here there is a toast related, they have some of the script which I have already shared that things in our basic exercise file, and that is the our name file as a toast. Here we want to select that our toast CSS, I copy it, and here I want to paste it, and also another file that will be needed as our toast min.js, and that will be a script. Okay, so before I have already discussed about that things with you. Now I simply copy it, and now I want to also add it in here, like before this our app, I want to paste it. Okay, so now that is fine. That is a toast min.js, and that is our message. Now this is the message that should be displayed. I didn't actually add any validation. I have already done this job before. I hope you already know how to add that validations. Now I click as a save all, and now I want to run it as a PHP Artisan optimize running successful. And now if you go to that our page, I want to refresh it. Like I name it one of the name as Aryan. Okay, sorry, Aryan, and then email I name it as aryan@gmail.com. And message I want to visible, hi, I need, okay, I name as a hi, I need your help. This type of one of the message I want to send. Now click as a send message. Perfect. Message, our toast message is visible, your message sent successfully, and it's returned redirect to the same page. Now to check that our database, refresh it, that is successfully inserted, that ID1, name Aryan, email is visible, and message is also visible. So now I want to add another one, like here, that will be for the John, and John will be as a John@gmail.com. Whatever the name actually choose. Message, I need your number, could you please give me your number. This time on the message. Okay, now I click as a send message. Again, that is a message sent successful, return it direct to the back page, and now if you go, that is successfully inserted. So now our next job will be, that is the message I simply want to do and to get it, and I want to visible it in our admin one of the page. Okay, so how to do this work in our next video, I will show you that things with a live example. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Hello friend, welcome back. In our previous video from to the contact page, I successfully able to send the messages. How can do this work? I hope this concept is very clear to you. And also you successfully receive it in one of the table as a contact table. I know you already know how to actually get this data, and you simply visible it in your admin dashboard. But I also want to share that things with you. So for doing this, again, I want to go to that our admin dashboard. Now I want to go back to that our project, and here right now we don't need it. I want to close everything. I want to go to that our admin. Into this admin, that is a body and sidebar, and last I want to create another new one that will be like as a contact. Okay, contact message. Now this will be as a contact message, and here I want to create another new route. Okay, here I want to create another new route as a route that will be as a contact message. Okay, I name it as a contact all message. Okay, now this type of one of the route that I want to do and to create. Simple job. I want to go to the web.php. This route that should be as a protected. So better in our any kinds of controller, I want to create it. So I simply paste it, and I just simply remove it. Now better in our Frontend controller, I want to do this work. I click as a Frontend controller, and in here that will be our name will be contact all message. I copy it. Now that will be here as a contact all message, as a contact all. That will be as all, and then the message. Okay, that will be the contact all message as a contact all message. Now this type of one of the method I want to create in our Frontend controller. Simply go to our Frontend controller, and in here simply I want to get all the data which I have already done this job multiple time. Like this will be actually just like it. I copy it. And in here, after that, I want to create the new method that will be the public, and then the function. Our method name will be, I name it. Here we have to load this name, and better I paste it. So now that will be actually named as a contact all message. I copy it. Now that will be function name will be contact all message. Now I name it as one of the variable as a message. Now we have to access that our host model that I have already loaded, our contact model. Now I copy it, there is a contact model. Now from to the contact, I want to get all the data. We don't need to put any limit in particular that position. That will be get all the data. And then I want to return one of the view page. That will be as a return one of the view, and better in our admin I want to create the new folder as a contact, and that will be one of the message as a all message underscore message. And then I want to pass that our compact data, so that will be the compact. I want to pass it by the name as a message. That's all, right? I hope you already know about these things. Now that will be our AND method. So now I want to create this folder in our admin. I want to go to that our admin, and into this admin there is a backend folder. So I want to use it as a backend, and then that will be our admin. Okay, that means contact. So now I want to do in our backend folder, I want to create on the new folder that will be as a contact, and into this contact folder I want to create on the new file that will be here as a all message .blade.php. Great. So that will be just like that any other pages. If you go to that our review and all review, I want to copy everything from here, and now I want to simply paste it. So now I want to change that name. That will be as a all message, and all message or contact all message. I make it as a all contact message. That should be the name, email, and the message. That's all. Okay, I want to make it as a name, and then the email and the message. So now that's fine, and here that is all as the actions. I have already get all the data by the name as a message. In our all message, I want to simply take it. That should be display the name, and then our field name as a email, and also that should be our images will be not needed. Here I want to remove it. That will be another STL limit. That should be display our field name as a message. Now that should be display the message. And then that is a edit will be not needed, only delete will be enough. Okay, here I want to remove it. Now that's all. Okay, now that's all. Now if you click as a save all, and now if you go, I want to make it as a PHP artisan optimize running successful. And now if you go to that our dashboard, I want to refresh it. Now that should be another menu as a contact message perfectly. Now that is display our name, and then there is an email and also the message. And now if you want to delete it, you can actually delete it. So that will be your task. Make sure you complete the delete functionality. So here, friend, as you are beginner, if you actually complete this total process step by step, then I think you already know how to create one of the dynamic website throughout that add Laravel. And Laravel, the basic, all that fundamental, that should be very clear to you. I hope this concept will help you a lot. Now you have to practice it, and throughout this, if you actually complete this total project, then I think Laravel is become very familiar to you. Okay, here we successfully done all the things from to the scratch. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.